Hello everyone down here at Gillette Stadium, day 2 of Patriots Camp, day 2 of practices under new head coach Drake Maye. I'm joined by Nick Giovanni, of course, who was with us here today covering the New England Patriots. And let's begin, Nick, with the two quarterbacks. Let's first start with QB1, as our Steve Burton loves to say, and that's Jacoby Brissett. And what you saw out of him today, in the past couple of days, what we've seen so far. For me, the thing I've seen him is a very relaxed, strong presence at the quarterback position for Drake Maye, for Joe Milton, even for Bailey Zappi. And he just seems to be able to, he's almost like very smooth at what he does. And I also think the veterans love him. David Andrews, you can see chatting away with him and everything else because he's got such a brilliant mind, a film junkie. I think this is a strong presence for this Patriots team, and we'll see how it starts. If he is the starter, I think the Patriots are in pretty good hands.
I would say going into this, everybody keeps kind of prefacing and reminding us that they're still in the acclimation phase, right? The get-to-know-you adjustment phase.
No pads yet either.
No pads, and everyone's almost getting a pass for that when you kind of see the 7-on-7 drills and you see the miscommunications on offense, when you see so many balls hit the turf at the end of the day between really Brissett and Maye at the end of the day. I mean, we're seeing a lot of those communication errors, breakdowns that are natural at this point in the process, especially with a new offense that everyone's picking up. So it seems to be, kind of an adjustment phase for everyone. I would say the quarterback that has kind of stood out just in terms of all the intangibles on display at this stage where you're getting to showcase athleticism like Drake Maye was talking about at this point in the camp is Milton. Joe Milton III has stood out just with the ease and the effort that he's able to just deliver the ball with a zip.
Yeah, he put it, I think, through Jaheim Bell's hands at one point, you know what I mean, because he throws such a hard ball. That's interesting to watch him do that. But he does have that athleticism that you want. Now the question will be, how can he process? How can he process the plays? Mm-hmm. How does he how are his reads as he goes about his business? But yeah, pure athleticism. I think that's why the Patriots are so high on Joe Milton. Now let's talk about Drake Maye and what we've seen from him so far. I think when I watch Brissett and when I watch Drake Maye, I think what you clearly see is a veteran quarterback who's been around for a long time.
Sure.
And a guy in Drake Maye who just got here. Yes, he's the number 3 overall pick. He's got an arm. We saw that in the completion with Jalen Reagor in practice number 1 in the deep ball. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, he's still progressing through his reads, tucked the ball under a couple of times as well. So I think you're kind of seeing that progression, but it's going to take time when it comes to a guy like Drake Maye.
And so you're seeing him put in the extra time out here today. If you notice during the player avails after practice today, it was Javon Baker, and Drake Maye out there getting the extra reps right now. And so that we are hearing from Jalen Polk talking about how now is all about building that chemistry, getting to know you, even on a personal level, as you were talking to him about there, just getting to know the video games that he likes to play at the end of the day. All of that they feel like will translate eventually out here to the field. In the meantime, Patriots preaching patience.
Yeah, and it's building chemistry too, right? That's what we see also, the work after. In the spring, it was Baker and it was Polk getting the work in with Drake Maye. And then, like you mentioned out here, Polk doing the same thing. He's also talking about just how he's going about his business. He does not talk like a rookie.
No.
He's extremely competitive out of University of Washington. I think Patriots fans are going to love him. There's a lot to like about him. He just seems so competitive, which is what you want out of that position. So he certainly has made an impression on me as far as what he brings to the table and listening to him as well. So that's interesting with him, too, as they all go about their business.
It's coming together, my friend.
Yeah, and it's certainly fun to watch, and we'll continue to tell you exactly what we see. And I will add that it was almost, and I want to say this properly, too, out of respect, but I feel like Bailey Zappi's kind of down out here. You could just see it. He's not getting many reps. He's used to competing for that number 1 spot, which we saw the last several years with Mac Jones and what have you.
Still second up in the line, so kind of getting that respect.
But in some of the reps that they're getting, 11v11 and stuff, you didn't see him until very late.
True.
And I just kind of feel like the writing's on the wall for him right now. That means nothing, and it could change as we go about camp. But early impressions of what we've seen from Bailey Zappi, he hasn't gotten much work.
That's fair.
All right, so there you have it. We'll keep you up to date. Don't forget WBZ TV, Channel 4 News, starting 5 o'clock each and every day. We've got you covered for that. And then, of course, WBZ.com. Follow everything Patriots that you need. Stay with us for that. For Nick Giovanni, I'm Dan Roche, WBZ Sports.